in Mark chapter 9 and verse 31, Jesus said, he said, the Son of Man will be taken and will be delivered into the hands of sinful men, and they will kill him. But he's not going to stay dead. He is going to be raised by the power of God. He's going to come back to life. He's going to conquer sin and death and the grave. Jesus taught that. I've often thought, because I'm a preacher, I've often thought that, Steve, I know this is just ridiculous, and I understand that, but I would just love to just step out of the way right now and let Jesus stand here and preach one of his messages. Maybe that's why it's far better for me to just preach here. That I would be hidden behind the cross, because it was Jesus who spoke of that journey to the cross. This one who had been blessed by the Father. But this person was the one in whom this was seen. The journey to the cross was seen in the person of the Lord Jesus Christ. In Mark chapter 6 and verse 50, one of the most dramatic stories ever, we've got this picture of Jesus and his disciples in a boat on the Sea of Galilee. Can you imagine that? Now, the Sea of Galilee, by the way, it's a beautiful lake. You and I would call that a lake. To be honest with you, I don't know where they get the sea thing, but at any rate, you know, they obviously haven't been to Myrtle Beach. But at any rate, the Sea of Galilee. It's a beautiful lake. It puts Lake Jocassee in the shade. I'm just telling you that right now. Lake Lure cannot come anywhere near it. Definitely not Lake Hartwell. That's not even on the thing, especially with all the water down there. Lake Murray, so. You know, we could go, let's just go on and on down the road. But the Sea of Galilee, just magnificent, surrounded by mountains. And if you were in the Sea of Galilee and you were looking north to Syria, you have Iraq on your sort of right-hand side here, and you have Israel and Lebanon on your left-hand side, and Syria sort of in front of you, and you have the land of the Gentiles on this side, and you have Tiberias on this side, and right in front of you on the point you have the beautiful little town or village of Capernaum, and then up on the hill there you've got the hill where Jesus delivered the Sermon on the Mount, the Mount of Beatitude. Well, they were on that lake, and a wind came up. I've been on that lake when that type of wind comes up. And do you know that the Sea of Galilee can go from this most serene, quiet, lovely, frolicking lake into a tempestuous sea? The waves get up. It overturns those boats as easy as anything. And these men were in the boat with Jesus, and this storm came up. And they were so scared, they were so afraid. And Jesus said, "Excuse me, it is I." What did Jesus say to them as even the winds and the waves obeyed his voice? It is I. The journey to the cross was seen in the person of the one who went to the cross. This journey was no mistake. What we're celebrating these weeks is no mistake. As we look next week at the journey on the cross, and the week after, East Sunday, the journey from the cross. Today we stand here and we look and we say the journey to the cross. Jesus had you and me in mind. And I want to say to you today, my precious friends, that I love you so much, and I see such a search going on. In November, we're going to celebrate My Hope. But don't wait until November to take hold of the hope that we have in the cross. The journey has begun. It began before the world began. And it's tied into the purpose of God for your life and for my life. And today I urge you to look to the cross. Look to Jesus. Take hold of Him. Jesus said, if anyone will come after me, he or she must take up the cross. Cling to the cross. Accept the cross. Trust me because of the cross. Give your life to me because I went to the cross, Jesus said. It's the cross. Are you willing to take up the cross and follow the Lord Jesus just because He is the master voice?